Hey guys, my name's Don from Revolution Athletics. I'd like to thank you for coming to the website to take a look at some of my videos on basketball specific training. I think you'll get a lot of information from this video, which will talk about stretching the hips specifically. In this video, what you're going to see is me going through a series of stretches that are going to improve you athletically. What a lot of people don't realize is when you're stretching, you're actually improving yourself as an athlete. It's probably one of the easiest ways to become better as an athlete. Most basketball players do not take advantage of this. If you take a look at the NBA today, you're going to see a lot of knee injuries, ACLs, MCLs, meniscus, patella. Part of the reason is because one, their hips are very tight. Two, their hips are weak. When you're playing back to back to back, what you're going to see is guys are breaking down. When you're constantly breaking your body down and not building it up, that's when ligaments, that's when a meniscus, those things will fail. And when they fail, you're going to be out for at least 3 to 12 months. So with these stretches, they're going to help improve your hip flexibility. Alright, so with this stretch right here, this is again focusing on the hips. What you want to do, you want to chicken wing your front leg, chicken wing your back leg. When you're in this position, you want to bring your chest to your shin. That's the goal. A lot of times you see athletes who are very tight in the hips, they're going to bring their chin or to their chest to the knee. That's okay, as long as you're feeling the stretch in the outside of the hip, that's fine. So what you want to do is bring the chest to the shin, as I said before, and hold. Now, when doing this, some athletes have said that they not only feel the stretch in the outside of the hip, but also in the inside. That's okay. Wherever you're tight at, that's where you're going to feel it. As long as you have both legs chicken wing and you're trying to bring your chest down to your shin or to your knee, that's fine. This next stretch, all I'm going to do is go from the chicken wing position and take my back leg and extend it straight back. Now, this is what you want to look like. You want to have this front leg still chicken wing. A mistake a lot of athletes make is by taking this foot here and putting it under their body. The further this foot comes up, the more of a stretch you feel in the hip. So once you're in this position, you want to sink your hips down toward the turf and bring your chest down toward the turf as well. You'll feel that very heavy stretch in the outside of the hip again. Next stretch, a stretch we call the sand dust. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to separate your knees as far apart as they can go. Hands are going to be on the turf, so you'll be on all fours. Right? When the knees are separated, okay, you're going to bring your elbows to the turf, take your butt and push it back towards your heels. Where you should feel the stretch at is in your groin. If you're not feeling a deep enough stretch, what do you need to do? Separate the legs a little bit further. Push the butt back toward the heels. This is a great stretch for people who have tight groins, people who are coming off of injuries. This will loosen it up very, very well. Next stretch, you want your right leg to be in front. What you're going to do is, you're going to make a 90-degree angle, and you're going to push your hips forward. When you push your hips forward, you should feel a stretch in the opposite hip flexors. If you don't feel a heavy enough stretch, what you're going to do is take your left arm and reach over your body and push the hip forward at the same time. You'll get a very good stretch in the hip flexor, the oblique. The next stretch from there, you're going to extend that right leg, put both hands on the ground. You want to get your head down to the knee, and what you'll do is you'll feel a heavy stretch in the hamstring. Now, to make this a little bit harder, what you want to do is extend your right foot forward, allowing your right foot to slide forward, separating the legs from each other, almost going into a full split. The next stretch that I do with my athletes, I take my right foot, my right ankle, put it on my left knee. What I do is I reach through the hole that I just created. I grab the hamstring and you want to pull back toward your chest. This is another great hip stretch to do. If this stretch isn't enough for you, what you'll do is you'll take your elbow and push it in to your knee, inside part of your knee, while you're pulling back on the hamstring. and you'll feel a much deeper stretch. Now, the last stretch that I'm going to do focuses on the low back. When stretching the low back, it's very important to keep in mind you don't want to put any pressure on your neck. All the pressure is going to be in between the shoulder blades. So the position I'm going to get in, right on the ground here, I'm going to flip my feet over my head. And again, I want all the weight in between my shoulder blades, no weight on my neck. The way to do it incorrectly is rolling over and putting all the pressure on my neck. If you feel a lot of pressure on your neck, you're doing it incorrectly. After viewing and doing the exercises you just saw in this video, you just became a better athlete. Now in the next video, we'll be focusing on strength and stability of the hips. Very important key in becoming a better athlete. That's the video I really want you to watch, so you can take your game to a whole nother level. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you soon.